With so much love, that's why my heart's beating all these rhythms. Da 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 dum rhythms, rhythms, da 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 dum rhythms, rhythms, da da da.
Yeah, what's good, guys? Arsenal, Crystal Palace. Shout out to everybody out there in Arsenal land. Big up to all of you guys. Going to be a really good game today. We've got it right on our table to take advantage of the situation. Some really good results yesterday. I'm not gonna lie. I really enjoyed yesterday, man. Pure tears for Liverpool as well, and Liverpool could have lost by at least 4 goals. They probably should have had another goal let in, but they got lucky and then the Salah goal right at the end of the game. It's just that defense, man. They're leaking goals. They are leaking goals, Liverpool. So yeah, shout out to all of them, man. There, that's crying, watching all them Liverpool fans that's crying in the chat. But Arsenal now, time to take advantage. And really, it's Eze's coming out party today. He hasn't played well in the last 2 games. I've given him a 4 and a 5 out of 10 in his last 2 performances. But we've seen flashes of him this season where he looks really adept in terms of the ball playing ability that he has. And I think a lot of the confusions, I did talk about Eze, didn't I, before, in terms of he's not really a 10. Arsenal fans trying to sort of make up the fact that he's a 10. And he really isn't. He does most of his work on the left-hand side. He more works well in a double 8. So if you play him in a dual 8 setup, he kind of mostly shines in that, which is the reason why when Odegaard's fit and Eze's playing, we're seeing a kind of different side to him. We're seeing him really thrive there. But I think what's hard on him is because at Palace, everything went through him. And he was the main focal point in terms of their creation. But at Arsenal, it's a different animal. At Arsenal, it's different because, you know, Saka takes up the ball on the right-hand side, makes things happen. Odegaard, again, is the trendsetter and the creator. And so you've got, you know, Zubimendi as well, playing balls from the midfield. Declan Rice is in there. So you're sharing the spoils. You're not at a situation where Eze is your end-all and be-all in terms of your creator. That's part of why he's struggling. The other part is, obviously, as well as I said, him being in that number 10 and kind of Michael Lazy role when he was at Palace. And then trying to work things from there, knowing that you're not going to get as much as the ball. So it's a very difficult time for him to integrate, but he will integrate. It seems that defensively as well, he's on the point. I made the issue talking about Madueke and Eze and their defensive duties and how that will change being under Mikel Arteta. And so I think he's adapted quickly, and I think Madueke adapted quickly. He had that horrible game against Man United, and after that Madueke just completely changed. So it's not taking them time to assimilate into greatness in the first 11 with Arsenal. So now I'm looking for a 2-0 win today. It's not going to be easy, guys. Everyone's thinking that we're going to walk in there and we're going to walk 3 points, and that's just not how the league works. Yesterday, if yesterday didn't tell you anything about how competitive this league is, then nothing will. There's, you know, any one Sunday or Saturday, there's never a given. There's never a given. So today we're going to have to work hard for it, but it is going to be Eze's coming out party, and I'm hoping for us to win 2-0 today. I'll get back to you later on in terms of team sheet. I'm just about to, sorry about that, just about to get onto Holloway Road now and have my Africana. I had a curry mutton and rice and peas last time I was here, and it was nice, so I might have that again. Tony Cox is at the stadium today, so Lewis is here as well, so I might try and meet up with them. Lewis normally hangs out at the Tolly, so I'll try and see how he's getting on. I'll speak to you guys soon. If anything in the team sheet changes with all his injuries, we're hearing to Saka, we're hearing about Gabriel, but I think those are just mind games, and I think that they're going to start today, and it's not going to be any change. I'll catch up with you guys soon. Yeah, just on Holloway Road, leaving Africana belly full, so I'm happy. I did tell you guys that they were winding you up about the team sheet, didn't I? Gabriel and Saka both start. It's your normal back 4, Raya, Calafiori, Saliba, Gabriel, Timber, Rice, Zubimendi in the midfield as you're holding 2. Eze is playing. Looking for Eze to have a good game today, so it's going to be Eze and then it's going to be Trossard, Saka and Gyökeres. And so yeah, just pure mind games, pure foolishness, nothing to get serious about. Tony Cox is going to be doing a live stream with you guys with Gary, so he's not going to make it today. So I'll catch up with you guys at half-time and let's have a look and see where we are. Speak to you later. Big up to the coroner. Big up to those guys. See you later, guys.
harder, that's word to me father. Man, I've been a villain, but I'm really Peter Parker. Been through shit, I got a story like Saga. Even when I'm low, I step like Met Gala. High fashion, more drip, more passion. Big talent, big heart, they can't manage. Got sauce, I'm the runway assassin. Met Gala things, I stay fly like dragon, yeah.
What's going on, guys? Half-time, Arsenal 1, Crystal Palace 0. Really time to just talk about the goal. It was a lovely set-piece delivery from Declan Rice. Gabriel again with the nodded on flick, and then Eze's volley, which actually is reminiscent of his volley last year here as well when he played Arsenal, and that puts up Arsenal 1-0. It's been a really defensive, scrappy game, it has. Palace set up really well, low block and mid block we've seen today. There's sometimes 5 at the back, which has been their base. And they've really not given Arsenal any room, and it is that kind of game. Fans really don't get frustrated though, because they know that this Arsenal team seems to have more patience. They're allowing the game to come to them these days, whereas previously before the fans will get sort of nervy, the players will get nervy, and then silly mistakes and all that start to creep in. You can see the team just has a level of patience now. Of course, everybody's heard that Man City are down 1-0 to Aston Villa at the moment, so everything seems to be going Arsenal's way. Even if the score stays today the same, Arsenal just really starting to run away with it, but it's still a whole half of football left to play. For me, the main thing is, and this is what Arteta's going to talk to the players about at half time, just the lack of speed in transition. It's build-up play is so slow. Look, I know that they're playing against a mid-block and low block, but that's no excuses to be hitting your wingers quickly with speed on the attack. We're just not doing that. Hardly seen Saka involved in this game in the first half, and they're not really utilising Trossard. Trossard's had the ball 3 or 4 times, but then when he's had the ball, it's been at a point where Palace are allowed to set themselves up at the back, dig their heels in, and make it almost impossible for us to get balls through. And look, I'm not complaining about a middle low block. We've been facing that for years. That's on the menu. That's just how it is when you play Arsenal. But you'd think by now we'd have sort of counted a way how to get around it. The frustration is from us as fans is that we're still seeing this lack of speed, a lack of thought, lack of quick balls going through, and that plays into the hands of low block teams who are quite happy to sit back sort of outside the area. So look, guys, happy with the result, not really happy with the performance. We'll have to see what happens. It's on Palace now to come out at us. If they want to slow the game down, we're quite happy to sort of sit back and just play possessional football. So it's up to Palace now to come out at us, show what they're made of. Let's see some metal from Palace, and if that happens, that will open up the game for us, and then we're going to see more chances. Speak to you guys at full time. So guys, it finishes Arsenal 1, Crystal Palace 0. To be honest with you, I thought Palace came out. Look, Palace are a quality team. Playing them was never going to be easy, and I think Arsenal really had to put in a performance, digging deep, play against that low block and mid block. But when you look, it's never going to be easy playing a team like this, and there's no way we should think about the fact that we should be strolling over these teams. I thought Palace were really adept today, so all credit goes out to them. It got a little bit tight there because we didn't finish. Second half happened where Arsenal had a string of attacks, hit the crossbar, and then followed up. I thought it was Declan Rice hit the post afterwards, but it looked like it came off. A Palace player, VAR, then had a look at it because there was a shout for handball, and nothing seriously happened in the game to danger them. Arsenal still not allowed a shot on target now for 3 games in a row. And this is the thing, this is what I talked about. When you go 1-0 down against Arsenal, how are you going to get back into the game against a defence that doesn't even allow you to have a shot on target? That's the problem now. That's what teams are looking at when they're playing Arsenal Football Club. It's that kind of problem now that they have to solve. You go 1-0 down, what on earth are we going to do? And Palace tried everything. And Nketiah came on, still no real results. Arsenal are wholesale changes as well. It looked like Saliba had a little bit of a knock. Saka wasn't 100% fit. I knew that before the game. I knew that before the game. And then he was replaced by Martinelli. To be honest, Saka and Martinelli both ineffective on that right-hand side. I thought Trossard had a good game today as well. Gyökeres worked his absolute socks off. Has anybody had any issues with Gyökeres and his performances? Today was one of those days that it really personifies how much of an important player he is. Really stretches the defence, opens up space for others, because he, at one stage, a ball came up in the air and it went down. He had 3 defenders around him to try and stop him from getting the ball. That's how much he kind of causes in terms of the problems for other teams. Really happy now. City are still losing 1-0. At the moment, Arsenal 4 points clear of at the table, and that's exactly how I want to finish my Sundays. Home to now watch Kansas City Chiefs against Washington Redskins. Let's go, baby.
Made it this far, so I can't complain. Let's take a trip down memory